what to do when people say the wrong thing, inevitably after a pregnancy loss. So as I mentioned in previous videos in this course, it's almost guaranteed that many of your loved ones will not say the right thing after they find out about your loss. And a lot of times this intensifies your pain, these platitudes. And of course, your loved ones, they are not trying to hurt you. They just don't know the right thing to say. You know, for many women going through a loss, really the only thing that you can say is, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how painful this must be. Please let me know if I can do something for you. You know, while these things aren't necessarily going to help you, they're also likely not going to exaggerate your pain. So regarding what to say when someone throws something out like, well, everything happens for a reason and you'll have your baby when you're meant to have your baby, I really want to stress that you do not have to agree with them just to make them comfortable, because for a lot of us, myself included, I don't want to stir the pot. So I'm just like, oh yeah, no, you're probably right. Even though inside I'm screaming, no, this doesn't feel like it happened for a reason. No, I want this baby, you know, and what you're saying is not helpful at all. So while of course you have every right to tell the person that dropped that platitude on you exactly why you think that what they said is not accurate, that can also lead to a tense situation that can put added stress on you. So my top tips in this regard, you know, when somebody says something that is not helpful, number one is to avoid people that you just intuitively feel will say the wrong thing. You know, we all have some people in our life, it's like, I'm pretty sure that that person will immediately say the wrong thing to me. You don't have to engage in a conversation about your loss with them, especially when you're in the early stages of grief, when you feel like it's just like your constant companion. You do not need to engage in conversations about your loss with those people. If you can't avoid these people, which sometimes we can't, you know, and they say something that is unintentionally hurtful, you don't have to respond at all. You can simply say, you know what, I gotta dip out and go to the bathroom, even if you don't have to go. Usually the person will take the hint and they won't continue with the everything happens for a reason. Something that a loved one did when her daughter experienced a loss, and it was so helpful. She sent out an email to her daughter's closest friends, family members, letting us all know what we can say, what we shouldn't say, how we can be helpful. It was so beautiful. It was like a blueprint for how we could offer a bit of support. So if that sounds good to you, I really recommend asking, you know, a loved one if they can do that for you. If you can help them, you know, draft something about, look, this is how you can actually help me. This is what I would prefer you don't say to me. And lastly, if you want to share about your experience on a public forum, which can be really helpful for other women, you know, going through a loss, I do recommend that you don't post anything until, you know, you're at a stage in your grief where you're not as triggered by people saying the wrong thing, you know, because often the comment section is filled with those platitudes. You know, but something else you can do is you can choose just to not read the comments, or you can even turn off the comments. But think about that before you post if you're still feeling so raw about your loss.